Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to go over all the details with you on what a Disney partner hotel is, from booking, transportation, your access to Genie Plus. We'll do a comparison of Disney's partner hotels versus Disney resort hotels, and I'll go over what all of that means and what the differences are. And then finally, I'll give you a room tour and our honest review of the Wyndham Lake Buena Vista where we stayed. So after watching this video today, you'll have all the information you need in order to book at the Wyndham Lake Buena Vista or any Disney partner hotel. Hey there, quick commercial break before we start the video. As I was editing, I realized I just have too much information to fit into one video, so I'm actually going to split it into two parts. In the first part, we'll go over what a partner hotel is and what perks you do and do not get at a partner hotel versus an on-property Disney resort. And in part two, I'll give my review of the partner hotel that we stayed at, the Wyndham Lake Buena Vista. So if that sounds like something you want to see, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. And here is part one, what is a Disney partner hotel? So first up, what is a Disney partner hotel? So there are actually three different categories of Disney hotels. I've got to look at my notes for this. The first group is Disney resort hotels. These are also known as on-property resorts. Things like Pop Century, Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, the Contemporary Resort. These are resorts that you're familiar with that are owned and operated by Disney. The second category, which is what we're going to talk about today, are the Walt Disney World official hotels. These are also known as partner hotels, and that's how I'll be referring to them in this video. These hotels are not located on Disney property, but they're close by. They are not owned and operated by Disney, but they do offer some of the same perks as a Disney resort hotel, and we'll go over what those are in just a few moments. The third category is the Walt Disney World Good Neighbor hotels. This group is actually not the same thing as a partner hotel. You may hear people get confused sometimes and use these terms interchangeably, but the Good Neighbor hotels, there are I think 44 of them. These are a completely different category. Not only are they off-site and not run by Disney, but unlike the partner hotels, the Good Neighbor hotels do not offer any Disney resort perks. If you're interested in seeing the complete list of resorts for any of these three categories, I'll have links for each one down below in the description. But again, the group of resorts that we're going to be focusing on in this video is that second group, the Walt Disney World official hotels, also known as partner hotels. So as we start our comparison on the partner hotels versus Disney resort hotels, the first thing we'll look at is the price and the booking process. In order to book one of these hotels, you can either book directly through the Walt Disney World site, which is linked below, or you can simply take a look at that list, find the name of the resort that you want to visit, for example, the Wyndham Lake Buena Vista, and you can simply Google that resort and go straight to their hotel site and book that way. So either way will work. As you know, resort prices are going to vary from day to day, from season to season. So for the purposes of this video, I just chose a random upcoming weekend in February. And to check the prices, I'm using the dates February 24th through 27th. That's a Friday through a Monday. For those dates, the Wyndham Lake Buena Vista is charging $269 a night for one of their rooms. And as a comparison, over at the Disney Resort hotels, the All-Star Music is charging $217 a night for the same days. All-Star Movies is $231 a night. And Pop Century is $280 a night, as that resort is still very popular due to the Skyliner. So as you can see, in this case, the Wyndham is actually a little bit more expensive than the cheapest value resort at Disney. But that's not always the case. I'm providing these examples just to show you that the prices are at least in the same ballpark as a Disney value resort. A couple of other things to consider when you are calculating the price that you're going to pay for your resort hotel are number one, parking fees. So at many partner hotels, including the Wyndham, parking is an additional fee that's not included in the nightly rate, so you'll want to take that into account. At a Disney resort hotel, you are paying for parking, but that's now included in the nightly rate, so you don't have to do any math if you're booking directly with a Disney resort. And number two, with these partner hotels that are off-site, you'll want to check their website closely to look for resort fees. The Wyndham Lake Buena Vista is very clear and upfront that they also charge a $34 resort fee. as part of your stay there. That is not included in the nightly rate. So that's easy to find on their website, but that's definitely something you'll want to check at the other partner hotels. Some may and some may not also have a resort fee. Now for our trip, we actually ended up choosing to stay at a partner hotel simply because we were booking last minute and there was no more availability at Disney's Value Resort. But something that might make the partner hotels more appealing and maybe even a better choice and more cost effective for you is if you are someone who has a hotel rewards account. So with any of these partner hotels, like the Wyndham, they're nationally recognized chains. And so if you have already accrued some hotel points and you know that you have a balance, you can actually book through the resort specific website and you can use those points to book your stay. Another reason you may want to consider a stay at a Disney partner hotel is if you're doing more than just Disney during your trip. I know that a lot of people that come to Orlando for vacation, you may stay for a week or more and you have more than just Disney on your agenda. Maybe you're going to Universal, maybe you're going to SeaWorld or the Fun Spot amusement park, or just doing some local attractions or having a hotel pool day as part of your vacation plan. So if that's you, if you have lots of other non-Disney activities planned for your Orlando vacation, it might make more sense for you to stay off property because you'll have easier access to those attractions. Because for a lot of guests, including myself, one of the big draws to staying on property at a Disney resort hotel, like the All-Star Resorts, is the convenience of Disney's bus transportation system to pick you up and take you to the parks. But if you're not going to be doing Disney every day, then that transportation perk isn't much of a draw to you because those Disney buses won't take you to Universal. They won't take you to other parks and other attractions. So for that reason, if you're doing lots of non-Disney things, a partner hotel might be the better option, even if the price is a little bit higher. So just something to consider. So that brings us to the next item on our list, which is transportation. As I mentioned, Disney resort hotels have free bus transportation to and from all of the Disney parks. Disney's partner hotels, like the Wyndham, they do also provide a bus service, but it may not be quite as convenient and accessible as the Disney bus system. So let me explain what I mean by that. The Disney buses at a Disney resort hotel are very consistent in coming quickly to all the resorts to pick you up. You can expect a bus at your resort about every 20 minutes for each of the 4 parks. But at these partner hotels, they often require you to schedule your bus service ahead of time, like make a reservation for the bus. And that was the case for the Wyndham. We actually opted to walk a short distance to a Disney resort hotel and use their bus station. And I'll actually show you that route that we walked later in the video, because for us that felt more convenient than having to make a reservation with the Wyndham bus service. So the way it worked, when we arrived at the Wyndham Lake Buena Vista, they had an information page in our little packet about the bus service. So you have to go into your phone. The buses only run once per hour for this particular hotel. So like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. There's only one bus per hour, and if you miss it, then you've missed it. And so you have to make a reservation ahead of time if you want to get on that bus. And the other inconvenience to that situation is you don't necessarily know what time you're going to be ready to come back from the park to your resort hotel. So like if I'm leaving for the park in the morning, I can say, okay, I know I want to take the 8 o'clock a.m. bus to the park, but I would just be guessing, okay, maybe I'll want the 5 o'clock bus back. Maybe that's when I'll be tired, but I don't know for sure. So when you're in the park and you're getting ready to leave, that's just one more thing that you have to think about, is either making that bus time that you scheduled early that morning that you weren't sure about, or don't schedule your return time until you're in the park and ready to go, and then make sure that you're close to the top of the hour so you don't have to wait forever for that bus to get there. And for us, that just seemed like too much of an inconvenience because we're really used to the Disney bus transportation. So we didn't actually experience the Wyndham buses on this trip, but that's the information that they provided to us. And it's my understanding that a lot of the other partner hotels work the same way with their transportation. So your other options, if you're staying at a partner hotel and that seems like too much of a hassle for you, your other options are to maybe get an Uber, which will come and pick you up directly from your hotel, take you to the park. Of course, you have to pay for that on your own. Or the other option, which is what we did, if you're staying close enough to a Disney resort hotel that you're able to walk to the Disney bus stop and use those buses, that's another option too. You could also, of course, drive your own vehicle to and from the parks each day if you in fact drove and parked at your hotel. But I don't know many people that really appeals to. It kind of takes part of the fun out of your vacation when you're having to drive yourself and navigate a new place and figure out how to get to the parks. So for me, I'd rather take a bus or an Uber or walk, but you're definitely welcome to use your own vehicle. All of the Disney parks do have a parking lot, which you will also pay for. I really don't know what the cost of parking is now at the Disney parks. It's got to be upwards of $26 because that's what they charge at Universal. Somebody let me know in the comments, how much do you have to pay for parking at a Disney theme park? I know it's a lot, and that's definitely something you'd want to factor into your budget if that's going to be your mode of transportation. Now, for the next 3 perks we're going to talk about, you'll need to make sure that your hotel reservation is linked to your My Disney Experience app. If you're staying at a Disney resort hotel on property, this will automatically be done for you. If you're staying at a partner hotel like the Wyndham, you'll need to go into your My Disney Experience app manually and double check and see if it's actually connected for you. If not, you may have to take some extra steps to do that. So when you go into your My Disney Experience app, go to the hamburger menu and you'll see a box that says Resort Hotel. Click there and see if your partner hotel reservation has already been populated. If you don't see your resort hotel details there within 72 hours, then you'll need to call the Walt Disney World Tech Support team and they can walk you through how to get that connected. I'll see if I can locate that tech support number and either put it on the screen or down in the description. If not, you can always call the Disney Customer Service phone number and they will transfer you to the correct department. I did speak to them over the phone. I did the phone process with tech support. It was very simple. They were very kind and helped me connect my reservation to my Disney Experience app. It was not a big deal. And then all of my information for my hotel stay was there in my app. The one thing that was weird though, I will put a screenshot of this up on the screen for you now. So I guess the room that we booked at the Wyndham, I guess that it can accommodate up to 2 adults and 2 children, even though we had only booked it for 2 adults. In the My Disney Experience app, when I went to look at my hotel details, it wouldn't let me move forward with doing anything until I listed the names of 2 children who would also be staying in the room, which we don't have. So I had to create little profiles for these 2 imaginary people that were not staying with us because the room holds up to 4 and it wouldn't let me proceed without entering 4 people as guests. So that was really weird. I'm wondering if that's an issue with any of the other partner hotels or if it was just the Wyndham. We didn't have any other problems with the hotel reservations or the app or anything like that for the rest of the trip. It was just something weird that we had to do up front when we were connecting our reservation. Okay, so perk number 1, charging purchases to your Magic Band. If you're staying on property at a Disney Resort hotel, you'll know that you can charge purchases to your Magic Band. So when you're in the park, if you get food or drink or merchandise or any kind of shopping purchases that you make, instead of having to dig through your bag, find your wallet, find your credit card, Disney's made it so that you can just tap your Magic Band. And when you do that, when you tap your Magic Band, it actually charges those purchases to your hotel room. So that's how they're able to make that process work. So when you tap your Magic Band to pay for something, it's not simply charging your credit card, it's charging your hotel room. And so unfortunately with Disney's partner hotels, since they're not owned and operated by Disney, you're not able to take advantage of this perk when you're staying at a partner hotel. They just don't have their infrastructure set up for that. So just be aware that if you are accustomed to tapping your Magic Band for payments, you will not be able to do that if you stay at a Disney partner hotel. Perk number 2, early entry. Guests staying at Disney resort hotels are able to enter the parks 30 minutes before park open, and the good news is that perk is the same for Disney's partner hotels as well. When we were staying at the Wyndham, we tested this out. We went to Epcot 30 minutes before the official park open. We were able to get in with no problems. We simply scanned our Magic Band, which had our park ticket and park reservation for that day. And since we had previously linked our hotel reservation to My Disney Experience app, it recognized that we were staying at a Disney partner hotel, and we were able to go straight in with no problems. So yes, you can participate in early entry if you're staying at a partner hotel. Perk number 3, your Genie Plus access. I'm sure that you all know by now what Genie Plus is. It is the system that replaced Disney's Fast Pass. It's very complicated, but it allows you to skip the line for certain attractions during your time in the park. Now, anyone going to a Walt Disney World park can purchase Genie Plus. But the question here is, at what time can you start making those Lightning Lane reservations in Genie Plus? It's a very competitive system. There are lots of people wanting to log into the app and get those Lightning Lane reservations made. So I'm going to grab my notes for this part again. For the regular Genie Plus, which I like to call your rolling fast pass, where you can simply book an attraction that you want to skip the line for, and it will give you a return time. And after you tap into that ride, or after 2 hours has passed, you can then book another one. So just the standard Genie Plus system. Everyone has access to that beginning at 7 a.m. So that means Disney Resort Hotel guests and Disney Partner Hotel guests have access to book their first Lightning Lane reservation in Genie Plus starting at 7 a.m. the day of your park reservation. So that's pretty straightforward. However, the individual attraction selections, so those top tier rides, there are 1 or 2 attractions at each park that are an additional cost if you want to skip the line at those attractions. They're called individual attraction selections, and you book those separately in addition to the $15 or more that you paid for Genie Plus. So for those attractions, this is where the real difference is. So guests at a Disney Resort Hotel on Disney property, those guests are able to begin booking their individual attraction selections at 7 a.m. Guests at any other hotel, partner hotel, Good Neighbor Hotel, or otherwise, any other guest, you cannot book your first individual attraction selection until park open. That could be 9 o'clock. Check the schedule and see when the park opens on the day that you're going to be there. So this is really important because those top tier attractions, the reservations go very quickly. So this is one really big disadvantage of staying at a partner hotel. If one of your priorities in going to the Disney parks is to get on one of these brand new top tier rides, you may really want to consider staying on property at a Disney Resort Hotel. Because what could happen is if it's a very busy season, there are lots of guests staying at Disney Resort Hotels, they could all get on their apps at 7 a.m. All the reservations for that ride could be gone before you even get a chance at park open at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. They could be all sold out before you even have the opportunity. So that is one big disadvantage of staying at a partner hotel. I will have a link in the description of the written format of all of this information on the Disney website. I know it's a lot to take in. It's a lot of new language if you're not someone that's familiar with the parks. It's a whole page about Genie Plus and how it works, and it includes the information that we just talked about. So when you click on that link, you'll first see a bunch of videos. You can just scroll on past those. Once you get down to the second half of the page, you'll be able to actually read all of the fine print that we just discussed if that's something that you want to see for yourself. So after all of that, do you guys have any questions for me? What else would you like to know about this or any other partner hotel in order to help you plan your trip? Let me know in the comments down below what questions you have. And have you stayed in a Disney partner hotel? Did you like the experience? What did you think? Let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you found this video to be helpful, do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.